feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away.
So, chat, let's, what else has been going on? Chat. First of all, today I had to show up to federal court. I showed up to federal court today, and yes, I'm not going to lie to you. Let me tell you this. Meg the Stallion, or we should call her Meg the Karen, she's probably wasted $1 million to prove something that I don't believe is not even a thing. I want to give y'all a real synopsis of what's going on, and I'm always going to tell you the truth as how it pertains to me or whatever. Meg the Stallion is claiming that some chick, and I shouldn't say some chick because I do know her, Milagro Cooper, who's a blogger, we know as Milagro Grams, defamed her, posted a deep fake porn of her, and cyber harassed her and other things. They're suing her. While they're doing that, they've subpoenaed everybody in the world who seems to have any endearing feelings about Tory Lanez. Now, I've spoken to some of the best legal minds in the land. They all feel this is a sham. Like, let's be honest, right? And I'm kicking it to y'all straight, like really straight. They spent $1 million at least. I spoke to a really highly reputable lawyer who looked at even my deposition and said, Akademiks, yo, you sat for 7 hours and they had 7 attorneys on there. Quinn Emanuel, which is the law firm that represents Meg the Stallion, but it's also Rock Nation's law firm, they billed $2,000 an hour. 7 hours, 7 attorneys. Yo, that might have been $100,000 deposition. Okay, cool. So anyway, I did that. I ain't gonna lie to you. They were mad tight because I came online, I posted the clips, and it made them look quite silly. I gotta be honest. It made them look quite silly. Now, why did I post it? Obviously, number one, I could have ducked the deposition. I did the deposition because I do respect the processes of the court. But the probative nature of what they were trying to ask me about was simply bullshit. I had to expose it because I don't think, and this is why I'm mentioning the money. With all due respect to Milagro Cooper, I don't think she has the money that they're spending. If y'all are in $1 million or two, just investigating and prodding for other people, you ain't even get to trial. You think Milagro Cooper is going to give you more than $2 million? It's not going to happen. So I'm looking at that. Every lawyer who's like in tune with hip hop and know the situation, they have all said the same thing. This is a sham. You're not going to get the money that you're spending. You're spending a wild amount of money. So anyway, I did the whole 7-hour deposition. Eventually, the whole thing will probably come out at a point. However, there was a question that they asked me. And by the way, why did I say it was also a sham? Of 7 hours of a deposition, 7 hours of a deposition, they spent 30 minutes to an hour to ask me about Drake. They asked me about Nicki Minaj. They were asking me about things that really had nothing to do with Milagro Cooper and their client, Meg the Stallion. Hey, what about steak? What about this? What about that? It was pretty much a fishing expedition. This is why, and we're going to be very clear, it seems that, and that's what I'm saying, I've spoken to legal minds, they don't believe that this woman is their target at all. Why would you waste millions of dollars going after a woman who doesn't most likely have millions of dollars? And then when you get your chance to question people that you could try to get a conviction, you're asking about Drake, steak, you're asking about Nicki Minaj, you're asking about everything else but that. Something here is fishy. So that's been going on, and like me, I've taken it, and I think a lot of people, whether legal-minded or not, and I'm not here to co-sign everything that Nicki said, but I do believe that Rock Nation has a scheme going on. I believe that they're using this case and a bunch of other things to try to bully and intimidate people. It's clear. I've said it from the get-go. They're trying to bully and intimidate people. But also they're seeking something. I'm going to be honest with you. I believe that they're trying to seek to sue Drake eventually too. I think this lawsuit is just one of many. And it's hilarious to me because at the end of the day, there's a lot of money going around everywhere. Of course, Rock Nation got Infinite, but, you don't pick on a small blogger. There's other people with a ton of legal fees. Drake doesn't spend $100,000 just to find this guy Kojo. So he got the money. So they're not going to pick on Drake. But eventually, all this has to come to something. For Meg Thee Stallion, I'm confused because I think every time we see more legal action from her, her likability goes down. We just realize that this is a chick that can't accept the fact, just like how I say Drake can't accept the fact he lost. Meg Thee Stallion seems like she can't accept the fact that some people will never believe her, no matter what. No matter what. You better bring a video that is crystal clear, and maybe then they will. But other than that, they probably won't believe you because of some of your own actions, your words, your demeanor, some things that they saw or heard about during the trial that just didn't make too much sense to them, or they had whatever doubt. If y'all watch some of the clips I even posted about the deposition, the lawyer of Meg Thee Stallion decided to argue with me about my opinion if I believe Meg rather than even asking me questions. Nevertheless, they filed what's called a motion to compel, right? So there was a question that they asked me. They said, hey, Akademiks, you tweeted out at one point that break-in, Tory Lanez DNA was not found on the weapon. We want to know, how did you get that information? Now, that information, if it were valid, would be only known by three parties: the judge, prosecution in LA, and Tory Lanez's defense team. Now, remember I said if it was accurate. Now, everyone and their mama made it clear to say, hey, that's not accurate. Even Tory Lanez's lawyer said that. Which means when I tweeted it out, because I tweeted it before the day of the day in court even started, it was pointed out Akademiks didn't tweet out the right information. Yet, Meg Thee Stallion's lawyers, aka Rock Nation lawyers, they are trying to say, I got the information from a credible source. Now, today in court, and I'll tell you exactly what happened in court. It's gonna come out in the minutes anyway, right, or the transcript. So today in court, they were trying to say that in their conspiracy theory that Milagro defamed Meg. Milagro claimed she had the same source as me, and if they could force me to reveal the source of my tweet, they could prove the conspiracy, and they believe that source is Tory. So if I say Tory, they're going to now say, well, you said your source was him. Tory may have sent you money. Okay. They're going into cuckoo land. Now, let me tell you a few things that did happen in court, and I'll tell you what the order was in terms of the motion. The judge, number one, scolded the defense, or not defense, but the plaintiff, I guess the plaintiff's counsel, which is Quinn Emanuel's representative. I won't say her name, but scolded them because he went over the deposition. He was also confused why the hell they were asking me about everything else but the relevant things. He was very confused. He literally said, I read most of this stuff. You guys asked Akademiks a bunch of things that doesn't on face value, or maybe you could substantiate, has anything to do with Meg Thee Stallion or even the case you got in Florida. Okay? Okay, that's number one. Number two was the issue of the question they asked me. The question was, who gave you the information that you tweeted? Now, I got to be honest with y'all, chat, and I really want to be clear. I don't got Alzheimer's, but y'all do know this Don Julio. It fucks with my memory. Now, during the deposition, as a matter of fact answer, I said, I'm unwilling to divulge it. As the combative lawyer got pissed off over time, because she was I could tell she was so heated. I'm just sitting there. As she got pissed off over time and tried to bring the issue back up, she asked me if I was trying to use at least what's called in New Jersey. There's a shield law for people who are journalists that would prevent legally them to be forced to give up sources to information they disseminate. Now, During the deposition, I actually even said, because I could tell this chick is fuming. It's 7 hours. And I'm over here tap dancing on him. I'm over here giving him the works. You feel me? Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Meg. I don't know if you spent $100,000 on that, but I was giving all 7 of them the work. So eventually, when I realized they paused the deposition, they said, yo, we're gonna go get a judge right now. We gotta get you this answer out of you. I say, you know what? I'm not gonna use the Shield law anymore. As a matter of fact, I'll answer. My answer is, who gave me the information? I don't recall. And I don't. That's the reality of it. So today in federal court, and by the way, I didn't have to appear, but you know, I appeared for one reason, and the judge gave me some assurance. And by the way, shout out to Judge Brendan Day. Salute to my guy. Good magistrate out of New Jersey federal court. He said, Meg's lawyers were trying to say that what we do here can't qualify as journalism. So laws that protect journalists can never apply to us. The judge basically, after questioning her and essentially Meg for a decent period of time, they then reduced their stance to say, no, that's not what we're saying or asking. We're not saying that academics cannot get protected by laws that protect journalists, especially, and I told the judge, because the judge asked me, and I stood up, I represent myself. He said, are you trying to enforce the Shield law? I said, well, in the deposition, I said, I'm not even going to use the Shield law. I'll give you an answer, which is I don't recall. But the reason why I'm even showing up here to even challenge this motion is because if she gets a blanket win on the Shield law, it means for future cases where someone tries to twist my hand to get information, I can't use the fact that, number one, I run an entire media company, right? And the judge agreed, but the judge did also agree with her and said, in this particular situation, because you haven't shown us how journalistically this information was gotten, we're going to grant that in part, right? However, the judge also agreed with me to say, I gave the answer already. So the judge looked at them and said, what do you think you're going to get from him if he's already saying he gave you the answer? And they're like, well, you know, we want to ask some more probative and follow-up questions and this and third. And the judge asked me again. The judge says, hey, Ak, is it your test? Like, well, we weren't under oath, but he said, do you plan on still sticking to your word or sticking to your last testimony that you don't recall? And I said, Judge, if you open up the deposition again, even though I feel this is harassment, I'm going to tell them that I don't recall, because I don't recall who gave me that information. I don't. I drink a lot of alcohol. I think I wouldn't consider myself an alcoholic, because that would actually preclude you from purchasing weapons in some cases. But my memory is a little bit hazy. It is. The judge said, hey, listen. And he said to their lawyer, hey, we can't read minds. We don't know if he's telling the truth. We don't know if he actually doesn't recall. So they continue by saying, well, we want to ask follow-up questions. The judge said to them, why don't you just get it in writing? He'll, like, if it's one question, he did 7 hours, just get him just write the question out. They're like, oh, no, well, we need it. And so the judge says to them, do you plan on calling Livingston Alamy to the stand in Tory's trial? They said, no, we don't, but we plan on using parts of his deposition as evidence. And says, well, can't you introduce a written portion of his statements? And they were like, no, we want him. We want to, because of some evidentiary stuff, we want video. And I think the judge weighed that. So basically, to cut this short, the judge said, hey, I'm going to allow them. Well, at first he was saying 30 minutes, but he came back with 45. He says, I'm going to give them 45 minutes to have another deposition with you. So no 7 hours, 45 minutes. Their questions are barred from asking about Drake, steak, Nicki, what you eat for breakfast, how much money you got in a bet. Like, none of that. The judge literally told them that other BS is out of there. But if you want to keep asking him the same question that he tells you he's going to tell you the same thing, which I'm going to keep saying the same thing, I don't recall, because I don't recall. That's where we're at. So I'm going to sit with Rock Nation and Meg Thee Stallion lawyers in the judge's chamber. Shout out to my man, Judge Brendan Day. And I'm going to tell them how I don't recall how I got the information, because I don't recall. I'm sorry. It's like they're trying to jog my memory. And I told the judge, I said, Judge, they're trying to elicit an answer out of me that if I said under oath would be lying. So I don't know. So anyway, the judge made this order. Apparently that trial is going to start in, when does the trial start? It started in November. So they got an expedited thing, and the judge was trying to make sure to work with the schedule of the trial in Florida. But the judge said, hey, listen, the two important things. I am not making any ruling on you, your media company, or anything else that journalistically would not be protected. What I am making a ruling is that based on this question that you did answer, because you initially, and they kind of blame me a little bit, well, the judge did. He said, because you initially said, I wouldn't tell you no matter what, I'm going to allow follow-up questions, and I'm going to give 45 minutes. She can't ask no more bullshit about Nicki, no more bullshit about Drake, no more bullshit about anything else other than the defendant and the plaintiff in what they would be saying this information ties to. So again, chat, we'll go in there and, we going to hit the, it's going to happen. But I just want to say, sad state of affairs. But there was no secret on this. And I seen a couple of pages report this. Make sure y'all report this. I gave them the answer the first time. I walked up in court. I got the transcript to the whole deposition. I got the video. I told the judge where it was at. The judge said, I seen it. I said, Judge, why should I sit again if I already said the answer? He said, okay, well, they claim to have follow-up questions. And to be fair, just because you answered in a way that seemed like you're using a shield law, then you kind of backed off the shield law. I'm going to allow them to ask a few following questions. However, I can't force you to change your answer. And I don't know if you're lying. I got no reason to think you're lying. So if you don't remember, you don't remember. Just tell them you don't remember. So I guess we're going to have 45 minutes of me trying to jog my memory. I'm going to think really hard over a lot of cups of Don Julio about where that info came from. And if I can, if I could do my due diligence to figure it out, maybe I could help them people. Maybe. Anyway, but I didn't only tell y'all that story for that. I didn't tell y'all that story for that. Now, I just want to tell y'all, chat, we are in a interesting time. And I'm going to get through this quick. Give me about 15 to 20 minutes. I want to get through this quick. Because I know you guys are like, yo, Ak, fuck what you got going on. Let's get to dirt. Now, chat, I want to really speak to y'all because I love y'all. Y'all my family. And again, I know sometimes y'all be like, yo, Ak, you be lying, especially when I say I'm about to come back or I'm like about to stream the next day. And I get that. But I hope that when you hear me tell some of the information, actually, there's some people who don't like us. They're like, Ak talks too much. That's why he's in trouble. Well, I'd rather give the truth to my audience. And even if you judge me up, down, left, or right, I know you guys know I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. And listen, I keep saying after I'm out of here, I don't think there'll be another one who'll be this open and upfront, maybe even at his detriment. So it's all good. I will say this. I think we're in a sad state of affairs, and I do also want to say I'm not one to play victim, cry like, hey, I knew what I signed up for. I came in a game for all of this. Okay? Now, Only reason why I point these things out to y'all is that sometimes when y'all don't know like fully what's going on, and y'all probably just thinking I'm here having orgies or just working on houses or whatever the fuck you think I'm doing. No, there's a lot more going on even behind the scenes. It is apparent now to me that Rock Nation and a few other unscrupulous individuals or maybe companies have now taken the idea that they believe that my company, myself, and others are the most influential people in media. Because they can't fight us with maybe reverse propaganda or fight us just media for media, whatever the fuck. They've taken much harassing tactics. Now I'm saying this because I'm not begging for sympathy. This is to be very open with y'all. Okay? Now, even when I was talking to the judge today, I told the judge, I said, Judge, the reason why I feel this is harassment, Rock Nation sent people to my house out of the last, 70, 75 days. 40 days out of those months, people are parked out my house. It's like a stakeout. Okay? Now, it's all good. You know what I mean? I get paid the big bucks. I'm cool with it. I'm not tripping. I will tell you, and this is some of the stuff I have to deal with because, these are my people and I love them. They've expanded their effort. They're now camping out of everybody who I know's crib, and it's not for me because they all know where I live at. And I guess after they hear Pluto a couple times, they realize let's not really linger around too much, okay? Big shout out to Big Pluto. But I've gotten some information that there's several individuals that, got to choose my words wisely here, that I'm cool with. They have had, in the last 2 weeks, and by the way, I've been monitoring the situation, multiple private investigators are sitting outside their house. Including one of my top guys. Except, most of their information is wrong. Anyway, let me make this again. I know I say I'm shortening this and I'm making it longer. So, my boy, I don't know if you know, anybody familiar with Grand Wizard Chat Nigga here? Anybody know Grand Wizard Chat Nigga? My boy Grandy just hit a lick. Feel me? Moving on up to the east side. Apartments in the sky, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? My boy just hit a lucrative lick. Just copped a new mansion. It's all good. Right? What I found out, because I'm managing a few things with some transitions with him. They sent people, they've been camping out for 4 days. They're there right now. They're camping out at his neighbor's crib. That's right next to his old crib. So his old house, the next door joint, they're camping out at. Now you're probably saying, what you're saying is bananas. And trust me, chat, this is what I'm dealing with, because these Rock Nation motherfuckers and these other unscrupulous individuals, they are playing a very nasty game. And it's okay. We're welcome to play it with them, right? We're welcome to play with them. I get in court with them today. It's all good. We're going to make you content, though. We go make you content now, okay? We go make you content. But I do want to say, chat, I want y'all to listen to this, because this is the most preposterous thing I ever heard. I'm going to give you the short, and I know I've been saying this a lot. These motherfuckers sat outside, somehow got phone numbers, texted, saying, hey, we're not leaving outside until we see you. We want to speak to you. By the way, also, I need to know what Rock Nation got with Drake. What they got going on? They were so unwilling to leave. They went and got food for this motherfucker. I want you to hear this. I need you to hear this, chat. So, I never dox my guy, but just say this is in a far away land. For you to get a private investigator out here, you took a spaceship. I want you to listen to this conversation. And by the way, this conversation, this voice you're gonna hear. Let's say, I gotta be careful. The person was trying to speak, and we're gonna call him the wizard now. He wanted to speak to the wizard. But maybe the wizard was using a voice changer. Basically, he was using a voice changer. Listen to this.
Here we are. But I can tell you that is, there's criminal exposure in there.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back and dissect some of your words you're saying here. All right. First, you said something about clipping.
Now, very important. There's private investigators Rock Nation has, and I don't know what they got beef with Drake. They're accusing, right? By the way, let me not say it's actually Rock Nation, because after being probed multiple times, even though a lot of stars are aligning, they refused to identify who their client was. But they actually admitted that they were on assignment for their client. And by the way, chat, how many times are we gonna catch them lacking? They admitted they were on assignment for their client to investigate the Akademiks RICO. This is the Akademiks media empire RICO. Except it's bigger than that. No, this is the Drake RICO. Because I've listened to this before. They don't want me, they want Drake. Listen to this shit.
Please explain how clipping streamers and different celebrities actually introduces getting the music botting. You're kind of far off here. That makes zero sense at all. Let's dive into that. Clipping? What?
It's a collaborated effort, honestly. Ooh. It's one supporting the other, right? That's how conspiracies actually usually work. Is one entity supports other entity supports the bigger. So that's how these kind of things work.
Oh. Listen.
Right. So my role at clipping, or are you saying my role as a clipper? Because I am a clipper,
Shout out to all my clippers out there. Do not let Rock Nation run y'all off. My clippers, I love y'all. Y'all been doing y'all thing. Keep clipping. Shit, clip this right here. Keep clipping. Keep rocking out. Hey, let me tell you this, chat. I showed up in court today, and this is what I want to give. Chat, I'm telling you, I'm standing 10 toes behind mine. So I don't want nobody to act like, nigga, I'm standing 10 toes behind mine. I'm showing up to federal court for this shit. That's a fact. You feel me? I'm just saying, I'm only addressing this because I seen they've sent out the Autobots on the rest of the squad. It's all good. Ain't nothing bigger than the chat. It's all good. Hey, let me just keep playing.
Yeah, and I don't believe that you're George. So I'm not,
Well, this is the wizard.
It's the Wiz. Grand Wizard chat nigga, y'all. Y'all got him.
Firstly, listen.
Clearly the wizard talks to George because George had you call, right? So,
Who's the wizard then?
who's?
I'm obviously the wizard here.
To be fair, I don't know who Grand Wizard is. I want to put that on the record. So anytime y'all niggas, I don't know who. Grand Wizard got my face as his thing. I don't know who Grand Wizard is. It's my boy, but he might be AI. I think Grand Wizard is AI. I swear. He gotta be AI. He gotta be AI. Because anything I say to him, he give me the perfect answer. I'm like, oh, this guy's AI. He never sent me a selfie.
But listen, let's dive back to when you say, listen, you're getting agitated. I don't want you to be agitated. We can handle this over dinner. But you are being very, I don't want to go to dinner with someone who's acting like this way. This is you guys are trying to ambush me and treat me like I'm the devil. Like, as they would say, King Slime.
Well, then why don't you come out and have a conversation?
Now, here's the thing, chat. Shout out to the Ring cameras. We found there was some unscrupulous, suspicious cars parked on the street of the crib my boy just left. He got it up for rent. He Airbnb'ing it. You get what I'm saying? He just bought a mansion in the hills. So we seen the cars. Oh, bet. All right, cool. This is what we did. Gave them the motherfucking number because we got to figure out who they are. They could be the ops. They could be the ops, y'all. They called. We're like, oh, hell no. This is, yo, Jay-Z, no way. Hold up.
Right? Like, yeah, this has been all day at this.
Yo, imagine somebody being outside your house tell you, come out. What? They know not to come. Yo, tell me to come out. I'm coming out with 3 guns in my hands and Pluto, Princess, Prince, and Penny. It's lit. Don't tell me to come out. I wish they would tell me to come out. Tell me to come out. Hey, Ack, we're outside. Word? All right, let's go, guys. Let's go. All right, let me grab this. I guess I could Max Payne it. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, listen.
You know?
So you're accusing.
Right out. Come out.
Okay, let's talk a little more, and then I'll think about it. Okay. So Drake bots his music. That's what you're trying to say. Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure he does.
You're 100% sure.
Yo, Rock Nation, what y'all got going on, man? Rock Nation, Meg the Stallion, all of these people. What y'all got going on, man? How Drake telling y'all other niggas bot? Y'all trying to get at Drake because y'all think he bot? Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm certain, yes.
So why are you
That's
certain?
what the evidence shows.
The evidence shows that.
Let's get the evidence.
But why does the biggest artist in the world need to bot his music if he's the biggest artist in the world?
Let's talk about steak.
You said what?
The fuck Steak got to do with this?
Let's talk about steak.
Oh, talk about steak? Yeah, let's speak.
Now, I don't want to. I know the investigator's name. By the way, I looked up their credentials. Again, I don't want to dox them because I don't want none of y'all harassing them. Apparently, they worked in cyber frauds, money laundering frauds, all type of. I don't know if they're investigating botting or what. I don't know what they're investigating.
Speak about steak. I love steak.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on steak?
Do they pay you?
Do they pay me?
Pay you?
Well, depending if the slots hit. You ever heard of Sweet Bonanza 1000?
No, I'm asking if they pay you to do the work that you do.
What work do I do?
On behalf of Akademiks, on behalf of Drake, do they pay?
Whoa. Time out. Whoa. How my name get up in the mix, shorty? Stick to the plan.
No, I'm asking if they pay you to do the work that you do.
What work do I do?
On behalf of Akademiks, on behalf of Drake, do they pay you to do the work that you do?
Yo, chat. Could we at some point we gotta say like this whole like Meg the Stallion, Rock Nation, like Cuckoo Nation, like they're losing it. Like they're losing it.
Ma'am, I'm just a gambler on steak. I love the product. You ever heard of Eddie Craven?
I don't think you're being honest.
I am being honest. Listen.
And honestly, I don't even think you are who you say you are. So I'm not sure if this is like if George thinks that this is going to help him or not. I don't know. I don't think so.
Listen. I just want to know why you think Drake bots his music, because this is a very harsh allegation. This is a man's craft here you're talking about. He's perfected his craft over his tenure of his huge music career, and you're trying to diminish it with some Kendrick Lamar allegations?
I don't know any Kendrick Lamar allegations. What I know is data, right? I'm an investigator. so I know data.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know who you are, Stephanie. I'm a fan. Listen, I'm a fan.
you're a fan of what?
You.
You're a fan of mine? Okay, what do you know then about me?
I know how you sat outside of one of my castles.
Shout out to Grant with the castles, man. Yo, let me tell you. Hey, it pays to be a chat nigga. Yo, chat niggas is eating. I don't got nobody's. Yo, you won't see none of. Yo, if any, I'm telling you this now. Any of my niggas pop up later saying, yo, we was starving while Act got fat. Be like, you a liar. Castles. It's going crazy. I ain't gonna let my niggas go out like DJ Head. Are you dumb?
Okay, so that makes you my fan?
Well, I think you're you're kind of stalking me, and it's kind of weird. Why? I don't get it. I'm just publishing my free right of free speech. You're harassing me.
No, I'm not harassing you. I'm here. I was hired by a law firm to come here and talk to you.
Focus up, Chad. Focus up. Who the hell hired you to? And by the way, Chad, I guarantee, yo, whoever's in that vehicle, don't ask. Hey, first of all, you're at the wrong house. I'm gonna say this right now, because I know you're there right now. I see you on the Ring camera. Okay, not from the place you think I see you. Okay, leave my man's alone. All right, leave my man's alone. He don't live there no more. Get over it.
Have you ever heard of Pearson and Hardman?
Excuse me?
Do you know Pearson and Hardman?
No.
That's a great
Did
law
I?
firm. What law firm? Emmanuel Esquire?
Okay.
Quinn Emanuel, who just had me in court today. Rock Nation?
What?
What law firm?
It's irrelevant.
Emmanuel Esquire, right?
I don't even know who that is.
Emmanuel Esquire. Listen. So
So how much do you get paid for this work that you do, Wizard? How are you paid? I mean,
Yo, chat, that's a new name for Grand. Wizard. Wizard just sounds lit. Right? We've been calling him Grandy for too long. It's Wizard. It's like the Oracle. Like Wizard.
I've seen some financials already, but I'm curious to hear, like, if you can be honest about anything. Because right now I'm just like,
how much?
I ain't gonna lie. My boy Grandy, I heard my boy Grandy bought the Ferrari, and I was even like, I'm like, hold on now. Let's focus up. Like, wait, hold on, Grandy, you bought the what? So yeah. So yeah, no, I bought a little Ferrari. What's the problem?
Do you think I get paid? Because listen, if I was getting paid, honestly, I would probably be, living like a boss. Maybe that. So you're trying to say I get paid?
what's your relationship with Aiden?
My relationship with Aiden?
Mm-hmm.
Great streamer, one of the forefront of streaming. Aiden who?
Well, I think you know, right? I mean, don't you guys message each other?
Aiden. Yeah. There's a couple Aidens.
I'm not going to entertain you, right? You either are who you claim to be or you're not, but I'm not going to entertain you with nonsense. So if you,
who do you think I am? This is the Wizard. Who do you think I am?
It's the Wizard.
Okay, you're clearly not the person who's house.
Hey, let me tell y'all this. I want to make this very clear. Grand is I think he's an AI. I'll give y'all one. This is actually fact. This is no troll shit. So let's say allegedly, because they be asking about this too. They're gonna ask him about it. They're like, how'd you get your Instagram page back? I told you. Yo, you know when Drake allegedly was giving me Grant. Well, I'm Grant. You know, Drake said to me, Drake said, yo, Act, stop playing. You're Grand. I'm like, wait, I'm Grand? Grand is an AI. He's not like a thing. He's an AI. Even Drake thinks he's me.
I'm sitting in front of. That's what I know.
Why do you think that?
One, because you're American.
I'm American.
Yeah.
Let's skip through this a little bit, all right?
Listen, because you're bombarding me and you're treating me like the villain. You're treating me like King Slime. You're treating
I'm
me
not
like...
bombarding you.
You are. You're coming to my house, harassing me, harassing the family, harassing my neighbors.
What's your address? What is...
Okay, I'm going to skip past it.
I'm banned off Deliveroo. I can't order it.
Oh, look.
And let's have a conversation.
So listen, my address...
Hold on. I got to skip past that. I can't show that. My bad. It's an AI. He don't live nowhere. He lives in the... What's it called? What the verse they call with the...
And let's have a conversation. Let's start this over.
All right. The only way I'll come outside... I'm hungry. There's no food. There's no food in here. Bring me food and I'll come outside. Bring me food.
I don't have food to bring you, but if you want to order some food while we chat, please do.
I'm banned off. I'm banned off Deliveroo. I'm banned off Deliveroo. I can't order it.
My boy used the finesse one too many times. He got banned. What's the problem?
Why?
Listen, the blackball is real. The Israeli party banned me off Deliveroo, banned me off DoorDash, Uber Eats. It's getting bad. Just bring me some Hungry Jacks and I'll come.
What's Hungry Jacks? Sound like some shit I should be eating. What? Don't tell me Grand is eating better than me.
We can do McDonald's.
Oh, okay. There we go.
McDonald's works.
Grand got good taste. This I know Grand's an AI. Grand got good taste.
What are you trying to eat?
You said what?
What are you trying to eat?
Bozo. Oh, my God. Yo, Rock Nation and them is sending out the squirrels. Like, it's the squirrels to handle the squad. What?
A chicken Big Mac.
I would like you to come
A chicken Big Mac, nigga? Oh, a chicken Big Mac?
before I go, if you could come outside so I could see that you are there and are who you say you are, then I will go get you food and bring it to you, and we'll have a conversation.
Very thoughtful of you. So how do you want me to verify that I'm the wizard of the chat, nigga?
Conversation is over, but if George would like...
Hold on, I'm going to skip some interesting.
The first letter of the street, which is correct.
Because there was signs all over that it was Israel, honestly.
They're trolling.
If you want to say...
I know that. I think there's been public information that maybe that's not how it went down.
Oh, here we go.
Instagram?
Watch.
Instagram? Phone text.
Yo, Jay-Z, you gotta put a leash on this shit, bro. Why you got beef with the GOAT? You not the GOAT. The GOAT is Drake.
And stuff like these hackers. I posted Free Palestine a lot, like 100 times.
Oh, no, hold on. So they ask about Grand Wizard's page being hacked.
Because there was signs all over that it was Israel.
Here we go.
Okay, so what is your Instagram handle then?
Grand Wizard Chat Nigga.
Grand Wizard chat nigga. That's a fact.
Okay, and then so tell me about that hack.
I think it was Israel who hacked my account. Israel.
Grand, why can't you tell me it was Israel? What the hell? Y'all just see what happened to Charlie Kirk. I want no parts of that type of stuff. I'm good. I want to talk about Jamaica. Leave me alone. What?
Israel hacked it.
No.
Because there was signs all over that it was Israel. Honestly. Israel.
Oh, hell no. Grand never told me he thought Israel took his account.
And because I do
What would be their purpose?
So on my account, I do push pro-Palestinian support, pro-Gaza support, and I posted free Palestine. The next day, I was hacked, locked out of my accounts, 100 times. Like, I was getting email password resets to my emails. I was getting phone texts and stuff like these hackers. I posted free Palestine a lot, like 100 times,
So, how did you get it back? Tell me that.
How did I get my account back?
Yeah.
I emailed Instagram.
Yeah, customer service. Duh. Customer support. What?
I went through the procedure that they say. I went through the chat.
Shout out to the chat.
They were able to recover it. How else? I go through the terms of service. How? If you want to say,
I know that. I think there's been public information that maybe that's not how it went down.
Huh?
So you're going off things people say on the internet.
What?
No, I'm not going off things people say on the internet. I mean, certain people, some things they say and claim about, Can you tell me about your relationship with Akademiks?
What? Yo, y'all use Grok, I use Grandy. I'm sorry. Y'all use Grok, I use Grand. Yo, when y'all be like, yo, is it gonna rain today? Or how do submarines last underwater for like 200 days? I say, Grand, how do submarines? That's my AI. Grand is my AI. I don't know his name. I don't know his person. I don't even know if he do got feelings. But like, that's what all the new AIs got. They got feelings. But that's my AI. Y'all use Grok, I use Grandy. I'm sorry. Get mad.
I'm followed by him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Says it in my bio.
And you run Akademiks TV for him? We've had multiple people tell us that you do. People that work with you. Other chat, right?
Other what? Ain't nobody in the chat. Yo, we not YSL. We not YSL. Hold up now. Hold up. Yo, chat, we not YSL. Yo, they trying to get us, chat. We not YSL. Other chat? Nah, we not on no YSL shit. We not on no YSL shit, man. With a whole gang full of just rats. No way, not over here. This the chat over here.
That's what the media says, but I have zero affiliation. No.
You know. We've had other conversations, right? Other conversations were had before I flew all the way down here.
Listen,
Real Wizard would know that because I know he knows.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
He things that he says in the media. Listen, you're not. Let me speak. Please don't speak over me.
Don't speak over the wizard
here, okay?
Don't speak over the wizard.
Things that he says in the media for clout, it's because he wants to give me followers. Honestly, like, he can say anything. It doesn't, like, it's not true. I don't run that page. I don't have time to. I run Grand Wizard Chattanooga. I'm a big meme page. Why? I don't have time to run these other pages. What do you not understand here? Have you never heard of a social media manager?
No, I have. And what about the other chat bros who work with you and have worked with you?
I'm friends with Aiden, Ross, and Drake. I hire 100 interns. Chat who? Chat bros? I only go by chat niggas.
Chat bros. I'm not saying that word, so you know what I mean. And you know that we've talked to them already, right? You know that.
What?
You know, maybe you don't know what they told us, but
Yo, who's the YSL Woody of the chat niggas, man? Hold on.
I can tell you.
Yo, by the way, yo, ma'am, whoever you are, I don't train my AIs to say the word nigga. That's not in our vernacular. They're AIs. I don't train them to do that. They're usually politically correct. Feel me? And if they ever say this in my voice, because I'm a nigga, I could say it. I'm gangster. I'm with it. I'm not gangster. So
It seems like you don't have anything factual here. It's quite frankly seems like you don't have anything factual here. Because listen, I'm not gonna perjure myself, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you the truth here. All your sources are from the internet.
True.
They're not from the internet. These are from.
Yo, chat. This is Meg Thee Stallion whole situation. Yo, we heard this. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Interviews, right? I know you know we've had them, right? Because I in fact, I'm certain you know that. If you are who you say you are, right? Give me a name of someone we spoke to last week.
Oh man. By the way, chat. They've been talking to everybody.
It's called social media management. Stop assuming things.
Wait, are you saying you hire people to bot for you, or that you hire people to, do you guys meet in Discord and talk about these campaigns? Let's get some
Wait, what are they talking about right? Hold on.
claim to work and have been paid by you and work for you at your direction.
What?
And I know Akademiks doesn't have access to his Akademiks TV because I've told you do.
Nobody works at my direction.
Well, that's not.
I just hire people for views. It's called social media management. Stop assuming things.
Wait, are you saying you hire people to bot for you, or that you hire people to, do you guys meet in Discord and talk about these campaigns? Let's get something truthful out. Can you at least acknowledge that happens?
What's with
Now, chat, I'm going to be very honest. And before all the pages, I know Paige is going to grab this. We've narrowed it down. So it's either one or two people. It's either Kendrick / UMG, who are trying to do their counter intel on Drake, or this is Rock Nation. Why would I say it's Rock Nation? Because while trying to pursue this Tory, whatever, but we want to get at Drake, Nicki, act thing, they have gone deeper down a rabbit hole to think that there is a cabal with how Clippers are making some of their artists and their propaganda look. They think there's money behind it. They think Drake is putting money behind it to make them look stupid. They're not thinking that maybe they just look stupid. So they think there is some concerted effort. So that's why that could be Rock Nation. The other part is UMG / the TDE niggas. Remember I told you when I met with Anthony Sella, when I went to Kendrick's show, he said he tried to put, not say tried, he said he put a PI on Grand. I told you this, right? Like, go dig up the audio. I said this. Now, I can't just blame him because they have went to about 5 or 10 other people, some that are in relation to our situation and some that we know them, but they're not necessarily completely with us. So this is why, it's kind of interesting. This is between Rock Nation, TDE, and UMG, honestly. And by the way, I do business with UMG, so I think you should know I'm keeping it a buck. I don't know what it is. I know none of these weirdos show up to my crib, but they know, why would you show up to my crib when I say everything online? And also, might as well show up with a subpoena, right? So I think that's why they don't do it to me. But I think they're fishing for all these other people. They've been outside multiple residences of what they believe is Grand's crib, his castles, some incorrectly, for 2 weeks now. They've gotten at a few other people, won't mention their names. And then they keep bringing up, by the way, they keep bringing up this one name. And if anybody knows this person, Alex Ochoa, I have no idea who this is. They investigate you too. I don't know what they're doing. Okay. I'll play a little bit more and then we get into Dirk stuff.
you and bots? No one bots.
Okay.
I just hire people.
By the way, the reason why I'm saying maybe not Rock Nation is because they keep mentioning botting. And why the fuck would you try to investigate the nigga who's claiming that y'all bot or there's bots over there, unless maybe it's a counter way to deal with your thing, right? So that's the only reason why I don't think it's Rock Nation. But all these lame tactics, for the most part, have came from Rock Nation. Why? Rock Nation had people outside my house consistently daily for 40 days out of like 70. So I'm thinking that's them, but I'm already in court with them, right? So I'm in court with them. So maybe they're just like trying to figure out who are these other people, which, by the way, from what I know, Grand Wizard Chat Nigga is an AI. I don't know him to be a real person. I don't even know. I really don't know. So when I hear that he has a residence, I'm like, oh, this is like the multiverse. Like, wait, AI's got cribs? I didn't know. Then I found out, oh, he does have an Airbnb in the neighborhood that they're in. And that's how they identified him. Thank you to Neighborhood Watch.
To post rap news in the hip hop culture.
What do you think?
I am the culture. Shade Room fell off. Okay, drama, bro. Shout out BLM, but me and my niggas are running the media. We post rap news.
This is some AI shit. Me and my niggas are running this shit. That's a fact.
Are you BLM?
Yo, Dan, so what up with you, bro? He said, how much are AI views? Oh, they're whispering. So it seems like it's a woman and a man, because the man's not talking, but he chimes in sometimes. But they're whispering.
I'm sorry, say that again.
We just hire people to post rap news. You know, I just hire them to post rap news. You know,
I don't think so. Like I know you guys, do more than that. It's more of a collaborated effort. It's not just like I hire random people to post things. I mean, yes, you do that. Yes, we've seen that, but it's much larger than that. So, you know.
Are you recording me right now?
Are you recording me right now?
No.
WAI.
Would you even be honest? I'm not even sure we've had an honest thing come out.
We have. Are you answering yes or no? Stop pivoting.
I'm not pivoting.
Are you recording?
On the record, any statement that you make, right, to someone has been said, right?
I've never agreed to making any statement. Are you trying to intimidate the wizard?
No. You could hang up at any point.
Yo, chat, we are launching the Wizard AI. It just came to mind. We're working with a developer right now. There's a couple developers that we were working on some other shit. Yo, Gran, we have to work on the Wizard AI. Every chat nigga needs to download this. Shout out to Grok, but you need the Wizard. Fuck that. The Wizard AI is fire. We need that. The Wizard AI?
The lion isn't scared of the small dog that barks.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh, I like that. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not.
Went over her head.
Something to say, be direct.
Went over her head.
Listen. You were recording me without my permission.
Yeah. Big facts.
You never said that anything I said will be recorded.
Hold on.
I'll post right now on my story.
Hoping that you could be support, like also provide evidence like other people have. Or you could take the stand that you're taking, that you don't want to. And that's
All right,
fine
who's
too.
the client? And I'll give you the address of the Melbourne. Who's the client? And we can stop going around in circles, chasing the.
So, we're trying to ascertain the information of, are you working for Rock Nation? Are you working for TDE? Are you working for UMG? We don't know. Like, again, it's one of the three of them. I'm inclined to think Rock Nation, because Rock Nation has spent millions of dollars for a lawsuit that they're filing against a woman that don't got millions of dollars. Respectfully.
Rabbit, because listen, the man who chased his two rabbits catch his knee though. Okay, so listen.
I like the accent switch. You know what I mean? Yo, it's like RP. You put slash accent shift, and this is what happens.
Tell me the client, and we can go ahead, and I'll give you the address.
I'm not going to, like, the address where you are is really not that important to me. If you want to meet, great. Then figure out how long it would take you to get here.
Now, keep in mind, I see some people saying TDE. I don't want to accuse anyone. To me, Roc Nation's most likely culprit. I do think UMG is in the mix because the only reason why I say UMG might be in the mix, this might be a counterplay. Like, I listened through the whole thing. There's much more audio too. Like, this is about an hour here, then there's more. They keep by the way, they left, like, as of before I got on stream, 20 minutes before, the food that he asked for, this was yesterday, they dropped at the Airbnb spot. They seen it on the camera. So whatever food he said, they dropped it. They're hoping that this AI of a person, Grand Wizard, was going to walk out the door to talk to them. Now, the reason why I'm saying it might not be Roc Nation, but it still might be because it doesn't relate to Meg that much. They didn't really ask about Meg, I'll be honest. They didn't really ask about Meg. But still, we all realize Meg's people who are probing aren't only asking about Meg. Those Roc Nation people are asking about Drake, Botten, Steak, Nicki. They're asking about mad different things. So we don't know necessarily if it's them. But it is kind of like pointing to maybe even Universal or maybe what was these people? TDE. Now the reason why I might say TDE is literally because I sat with Anthony Saleh and he said I put a PI on him. Now here's the thing, and I want to be fair to him. He said he put a PI on Grand. I have 5 people telling me they have cars sitting outside at this moment. I'm not talking about in the past. Right now. They have cars sitting outside. I told them all, I'm like, call the cops on them. They're more gangster than me because they're like, nah, like whatever. Oh, they're talking to this person in the community we know. Bro, you have a weird car sitting there and they're calling you and texting you saying come outside. You don't know who the fuck they are. They won't even identify themselves. Why the fuck? You know what I mean? So, the TDE guys, Anthony, he never said that he was doing it to other people, but maybe they are because they do bring up the conversation of Akademiks TV. So that could be them, but then they bring up Botten. And I'm thinking about Botten. Maybe that's Kendrick's people, TDE people, that's saying, well, we're going to prove in a reverse way. And when I say TDE, it could be interchangeable with PG Line. Botten could be interchangeable. Botten, the language of Botten could be interchangeable with, since y'all are accusing us of Botten, we're going to get proof that y'all bot or that y'all have something going on to get y'all to stop accusing us. Because there's been heavy accusations about Kendrick, TDE, or PG Lang at this point doing some nefarious things, right? Okay, but it could be UMG as well because UMG is getting accused of inflating things and this and third. Maybe their way of getting Drake to stop is to prove that he has his own shady tactics he's doing that he would probably be embarrassed if it came to light that they could get him to settle or get him to dismiss. I don't know, and I'm opening up all possibilities. It's 3 culprits. Everybody in the chat, this is going to be on YouTube. Who is it? Is it Roc Nation, the usual suspects? Is it UMG, who might be saying, well, y'all are accusing us of doing this. Let's try to figure out some dirt on y'all, and we're going on public information, which, by the way, this is really bad info if you think that Drake is botting through us. Yo, I'm telling you, if I'll say this to Drake now. Drake, you slide me $1 million, I won't say a bad word about you for another year. You feel me? Drake never give me $1 in his life. That's a fact. So, and also my niggas, Drake is not cutting checks. Drake is cheap. Drake only buy bitches, purses, and bags and cars and shit. Drake do not, at least us. He don't be like, oh, act like you guys are doing such a great job and you guys hold me down. Here's $500,000. We don't get nothing. So, anybody who rocks with me, their disposition or their angle to anything, most chat niggas are pro Drake. I'm gotta be honest, right? They're pro Drake. So if you think they're just gonna be, no, they're pro Drake, not by payment, just by they like the dude. They watch me. I've been a Drake fan my entire life. So they have this whole theory. It's kind of whack, but whatever. We'll get into it because we're going to make it content. But then it could be TDE. They're the only people that agreed with me that they put PIs on people and that they knew all the info about Grand, and maybe this is the next step. Also, when I got into the argument with Anthony, he literally told me, he said, Akademiks, I'm upset because these niggas took my phone via a federal subpoena because they believe that I paid for bots. And maybe his way of counteracting it, because they're really upset at Grand because they believe he's the wizard, which he is, running the Akademiks TV platform. They want him to essentially, they want to figure out stuff on him to try to use against Drake. But Drake don't tell Grand nothing to do. And Grand is an AI. Like, he could, you know what I mean? He just moves off what he believes is right. And I don't know Grand. And Grand is a figment of everybody's imagination. I'll play like 2 more minutes and then we'll get on to Dirk.
Okay, I'm going to say, at this point, I'll say that you have a right not to incriminate yourself. You know, you have a right to an attorney if you want to hang up and not...
And by the way, this is whack. You little $2 private investigators, don't try to read Miranda rights to my niggas, bro. Don't read, like, you can't arrest nothing. Meg, we gonna go to 1 million hearings and we gonna bleed your pockets dry. That's why I show up without a lawyer. You ain't got nothing against me. And if you do, we'll go at that route too. Y'all keep paying lawyers $1 million every 2 months for a bunch of bullshit to investigate. Some of these people y'all are calling are children. They're 16-year-old who this is their first job, which is might be to click a button. They don't know what's going on. Good job. Keep spending y'all attorney money. Keep having people stake out of, y'all are staking out of minors' houses because they like a particular artist and they might be endearing to the chat niggas. Keep doing that. But y'all are spending real hard. This is not cheap. This motherfucker admitted they were on a flight over 12 hours to go get to this person. Keep doing that.
Continue this conversation, that's fine. But at this point, you're claiming that you're George. George, what is your last name?
No.
Like, I understand.
But again, I don't know who you are. You can't even answer any question that I've presented to you. And I don't even know that you are who you claim to be.
I answered everything. Big Owl, stay there.
Here we go.
If you would like, you know where I'm at. You know I'm here. Outside your castle, right? So if you want to have a conversation before I go, then let's do it. A real honest, like, sit down, face to face. You see mine, I see yours. I know who I'm talking to.
Pause. You see mine, I see yours. Don't sexually harass my boy now. You see mine, I see yours. Hold up now. We're in a Me Too era. Diddy went to jail for that shit.
Do you know who you're talking to?
You flew 14 hours, though. You obviously... I have a big castle in Melbourne. Why would I not stay at the big castle in Melbourne? I have a big castle in Canada, you know?
Y'all gotta... whoever the private investigator is, y'all went to the wrong place. Wrong continent. Maybe it's because I'm friends with 6ix9ine, but it's in Canada. Y'all gotta get there.
Big castle in Canada. You like Canada? Big Owl stay there. You know, I got a big castle over there in, you know, Texas.
Got some castles going on.
You know, big castle. Big castles. We love castles. One in LA.
Gotta get the one in, you know what I mean, Hidden Hills.
LA. We love LA. You know.
Do. There's another one too.
You're approaching, like, I understand. I get you. And me and you are kind of the same, you know. Your approach always involves constant assessment and pivoting when necessary, and seeking out additional resources and compatibilities, and capabilities. And
This is a great AI.
you are.
Yo, Elon, if you want to buy this version of the Wizard, holla at us. This is top tier. Yo, chat, we're selling this version of the AI. We've kept Grandy for too long. We're selling this version of AI. Grok could never do this shit.
Like a legend, but I'm the Grand Wizard.
Woo!
We got a big castle in New Jersey, and
Kind of sizable.
you're invited.
He's big.
You're invited, Steph.
What's in New Jersey?
The biggest castle. You want to come over?
Is that where you are right now?
You
Like in New Jersey?
dinner's on me. We can pour up a glass of that Onda, You ever drink some Onda?
Yo, chat, the internet's gonna break when one day I'm like, Grant, come on out, Grant. And Grant walks in here, and y'all gonna realize it's one day. We're working on the tech.
Can you do me a favor and tell George that I'd like...
Hey, chat. All right. I'll wrap it here, but I'll say this, man. I don't like how the harassment been going on with my guys. Grand had to come over here for a little bit. He's staying with me. Pluto's getting used to him. But for all y'all private investigators and everything looking for Grand Wizard, y'all know my address. He's here. I don't know. Before y'all get to him, there's a couple obstacles, but he's here cooling, and it's my AI. We're working on the tech, and hopefully we sell to Elon Musk. That's our $1 billion play. And shout out to Grok, but we're trying to make a competitor. Y'all can see everything you heard from there. That was a blurred version of an AI. So anyway, let's get on to the regular stream chat. But I want to let you know, I've been monitoring. There is 3 or 4 PIs currently in vans sitting outside houses, and I just wanted to let y'all know and send them a message that the Big Sixer is aware, and also Akademiks is aware of the AIs and the ones they are trying to track. It's all good. Okay, we should